Welcome to this game. This will be Frozean versus Fake YellOw, also known as YellOw arnc. I will be referring to him as YellOw this game. And for Frozean, I will be calling him Frozean. And this map will be on Demon's Forest, roughly translated, and the game is starting in 3, 2, 1, 0. Good luck, have fun. Alright, so this is Demon's Forest, and this is a fairly new map. I think this should be the first televised match for this map. And you see here that it's a TVZ, Frozean being the Terran, and YellOw being the Zerg at 6 o'clock. And I'd have to say a lot of things about this map. I'm really not too sure how this map will play out. It's very new, and we haven't seen any games on it. But it adds a new concept with lots of trees, tree doodad, and sprites in the middle. What this does is it decreases the hit chance of ranged units to 70%, as well as decreasing the vision to a very, very small area, pretty much as if your units were blinded by a medic. So everybody believes that this map will be fairly imbalanced towards Terran, but I really want to see how this map plays out. If it's balanced, it'll be a really nice map in my opinion, because it'll bring back some of those micro moments that we've seen in all of the old maps like Bifrost and all of those, instead of macro-like maps nowadays, such as Python. Now, there's a backdoor natural, so one of the things I'm expecting Frozean to do is probably do a fast expand while defending his ramp. This should be fairly easy for him to defend, and I think that YellOw is actually anticipating this, and this is why he's going for a fast pull. He does do the extractor trick to get another drone. So this is another good thing that programmers do, is they anticipate what the enemy is going to do based on the map. So you can see that Frozean is doing a 1 barracks build right now. So he probably is going to fast expand, and this 9 pool could completely catch him off guard if it's pulled off efficiently. You can see this Overlord will spot it, and that's really nice that the Overlord positions are really, really close. So this drone's coming, and if you look, the drone can barely even see what's going on. So I think later in the game, two opposing armies will barely be able to spot each other, and you won't be able to know your enemy's army position if they're inside the forest. So you see that both these SCVs scouting, making sure that there's no fast pool, but there is a fast pool, and Zerglings are sure to come out very shortly. So Frozean is definitely going to have to pull a couple of SCVs out, since he only has 1 barracks. Now, I like this map because it's a 3-player map, and generally 3-player maps provide the most interesting types of games. But you see here, really good micro here by Frozean. He's preventing this hatchery from being placed. That hatchery is being placed there in a very specific way so that creep colonies and sunken colonies can be placed to prevent marines from coming up easily. But you see these SCVs have walled off this area, so those Zerglings are not going to get up there. So right now, there's being some pressure put on Frozean, and the Zerg YellOw has not expanded yet. So right now, YellOw's playing sort of a low economy game. He's gonna want to try and press on his advantage. This drone's staying in here just to see the timing of the expansion that Frozean is gonna make. And you can see here that this engineering bay is being created by Frozean. This is a fairly good move because a hatchery will not be able to be placed there. And 2 base Terran versus 1 base Zerg is something that you really, really want to avoid. And when that engineering bay is about to be destroyed, you can cancel it, or it just won't affect him at all. So it's going to delay the hatchery slightly, but not that big of a deal. Now an extractor is being placed here because I think that YellOw did not see the command center being placed at the backdoor natural for Frozean. So he's assuming that a fast tech build will be made. So he's actually going to steal the gas of Frozean because YellOw did not see a command center going up. So in this way, he's actually sort of forced Frozean to do a fast expand. So it's a good way to force your opponent to do something, though I think that Frozean was probably originally going to do a fast expand anyways. Now, right here, the extractor's coming up. A few more links being pumped out by YellOw, and the refinery is going to be coming up very shortly at this point. I think that what YellOw wants to do at this point is try and get another expansion, but he needs to get a good position in that it's not risky for him to take. You see, he has his main fairly secure now because it's pretty hard for Marines to break up ramps. And he's about to move out, it looks like, with those 6 Marines. He probably won't move out until his macro is secure. Once he gets his macro up, he's going to be able to create a lot more barracks and more units and stuff. At this point, his main objective for Frozean is just to defend his base. And these Zerglings going around, you can see the vision is really, really small there. So I'm really curious to see how this will play out. I'm wondering if maybe there may be a situation where Marines are going to attack YellOw, and YellOw's going to be attacking Frozean, and neither of them see each other's armies, and they both attack each other, and see something like that, which would be pretty fun. You see a lair going up right now, and I'm fairly certain that he will be going Mutalisks, just because the air positions are pretty close, and it's kind of hard to defend that base, because the turret placements there, you're going to have a lot of turrets to defend that mineral line. Not only that, but he hasn't thrown up a Hydralisk Den yet, and usually Zerg will throw up a Hydralisk Den if they're going lurkers, about when the lair is halfway done. So we'll see how this comes out. The second gas is being created at this point, and right now there's the Zerglings right there. I think that another bad thing about lurkers on this map could be the fact that while they're moving through the forest, if you burrow them, they're not going to be able to see enemy units anyways. They're only going to have that slight range. And 2 more seconds being made up over here. And a Zergling manages to get in. This is a nice move by YellOw, getting some scouts. He's going to be able to see if there's engineering bay coming up, which is coming up. And I'm curious to see if YellOw will continue his Mutalisk production if he is going Mutas. Because, as I said, Lurkers isn't a very good choice on this map due to the fact that if you burrow them inside the forest, you won't be able to see enemies. If you burrow them straight outside of the forest, though, I think that's a very good move because the Marines will be moving in straight lines, and you'll be able to totally massacre all of them. 2 Zerglings being placed at that ramp over there. That's a pretty good move there. If some SCV scouts that, Frozean may be thinking that an expansion will be created over there. And these Zerglings are going to scout this army over here. Fairly small army. You can see the Zergling is able to get back inside to scout again because the army for Frozean was unable to see that Zergling. And you can see 3 barracks going up for now, and Frozean is definitely going to be able to get his kick his macro right now. And no turrets up yet, so Spire's almost done. And you can see more Sunkens being added because he saw that sizable army from Frozean. Zerglings just going around checking if any turrets are coming up, checking the SCV count, stuff like that. And I'm wondering if YellOw will be able to use those Mutalisks efficiently. I'm pretty sure he's very good in ZVZ, and in ZVZ it's very micro-intensive. One mistake can cost you the game. So if he has good ZVZ, I'm fairly sure that he will be able to micro Mutalisks really well, and the 3rd expansion is coming up right now. So that SCV does scout those Zerglings up there. He probably thinks that there is an expansion over there and may be attacking it. There's a starport going up now as well. And the Mutalisks are out. What I like about Mutalisks on this map is that the doodads do not affect their sight of range of sight. So they can still see all the way over the forest and see enemy units and stuff like that. So Frozean does know that those Mutalisks are coming. He's probably going to throw up a couple of turrets. And these Mutalisks are coming in right now. These Marines coming in to defend. These turrets going down. Turrets are really not that good against Mutalisks. They're just mainly there to delay the Mutalisks until the Marines come. And you can see lots of SCVs being picked off here. If you're a Terran player, you know how annoying this is, especially when they pick off SCVs that are building stuff. No turrets over there. That's a bad move. But Frozean actually has a really, really big amount of units. He has 2 groups of Marines, and this group of Marines looks like it will be trying to attack, but there is a lot of Sunkens over there, and it looks like these Mutalisks will be backing off for now, maybe to defend his base. And I think Frozean really at this point just wants to make sure that he can defend his main and his SCVs. He doesn't want to lose any more SCVs than he's already lost, and he really wants to prevent any expansions from YellOw. Now, YellOw with those 2 Zerglings at that ramp, I think is a very good move because it'll trick Frozen that he's expanding their science facility going up right now. And Mutalisks coming back in. I still think there's a lot of Mutalisks there. You have to realize that turrets do really, really little damage against Mutalisks because turrets do explosive damage, I think. And again, that SCV building stuff is being picked off. All these SCVs getting picked off. Really good Mutalisk harass right there. It's probably really annoying for Frozen right there. And more Mutalisks being produced, actually. So I think that YellOw wants to capitalize on the weak defense by Frozen, and he's creating a few more Mutalisks. Generally, you only see users like Zerg create more than 9 Mutalisks, but you see lurkers are